I'm in the car line, and number one, I'm happy that notifications are working. Very, very happy with that. It seems like maybe YouTube is starting to get its act together. We'll see what happens. I mean, there for a while, they were actually doing fine. It was just about a 2 week stretch. They just ticking me off. I mean, I don't even know how else to explain it. I was just mad. And I actually appreciate everybody for letting me know what was happening, because I didn't know it was happening. Excuse me, I just ate. I'm going to burp a lot, so, yeah, forewarning, they're coming. So, first of all, thank you to all my subscribers that let me know that notifications were not working. I don't know why they weren't working. I'm hoping it's back on track. You never know. It still might be messed up. We'll see what happens. But I really just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on with the channel. Nothing bad. I promise. Nothing bad. So basically, this is a call to arms live show right now, okay? So we passed 1,000 subscribers. That's an awesome goal. That's an awesome goal. And I'm very, very happy about this. And what I haven't been doing is asking you guys to like and share as much as I've needed to. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And I'm not saying you're not doing your part. But I wanted to make a conscious effort to let y'all know we need to start liking these videos as much as possible and sharing them as much as possible. Hit that algorithm, get a bigger audience, and, you know, let's slingshot to the next goal, which is 5,000. So that's what I want to do. I want to ask you guys to like, as you know, whenever you see a video pop up, hit that like button. Even if you don't want to watch the video, that's fine. No problem. Hit that like button and share. Even if you only share to one group, that's fine. Now, whenever I promote these videos, I I go onto Facebook and I share these videos to probably at least 30 Facebook groups. As many as they'll let me. I've been, you know, not banned, but I guess suspended for a day because I went over the limit. So I figured out the limit's right around 30. And that's what I do. So every time I make these videos, I share and promote to, you know, like 30 groups. So all I'm asking for y'all to do is to share to one group. Hit the link. It's that little curved looking arrow. That's copying the link, and then all you do is go to whatever page, paste it, done, copy. You did your duty. That's it. So if we can do that, this is gonna blow up, guys. This is gonna get huge. And the reason it really, I really started thinking about that today is because of one of my subscribers, Joey. Sometimes you don't realize how you're affecting people until they, you know, let you know. And Joey Foster, sorry if I'm dropping your name and you didn't want me to, but everybody knows you. You're in the chat all the time. Joey Foster, he left me a message saying, you know, the dude is all in on this channel, and I appreciate the heck out of him. And he goes on to say, you know, he loves the channel, and he's glad that somebody from West Virginia made a channel to represent the fan base. Now, y'all all know that I don't do just West Virginia videos. That's not what I do. I do some here and there. But what he's talking about is having a channel that's represented by a West Virginia fan. I mean, you got channels out there. You got a ton of channels out there, you know, by Georgia fans. I mean, I know 10 right off the top of my head. The main one being, of course, Uncle Lou. We all know that. You got Tennessee channels. The main one that I know of, there might be bigger, BVD. We got a ton of Miami channels. Hurricane T2Y, he's a big one. And then Coach Coop, he's a good one. So this one is for the West Virginia fan base. Even if you're not a West Virginia fan, I'm not saying it's just for them. I'm saying that's the fan base that I'm representing. So whenever Joey said that, I was like, yeah, I'm actually really super glad that this thing is growing and growing and growing and growing. And that was the main goal, was to give the West Virginia fan base a presence on YouTube. Not necessarily, talk about YouTube, not talk about West Virginia all the time. No, 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 no. A presence on West Virginia, because there's some teams out there, their fan bases are not represented. West Virginia being one of them. So that's why I'm really calling for a big push right now. Every time you see a video, simple, hit the like button. Not for my ego or anything like that, but it taps into that YouTube algorithm to get it suggested. Hit the like button and share to one group. That's it. Like button, share to one group. And if everybody that I know it's a lofty expectation. It's not really an expectation, but I'm saying if it were to happen, and every person that watched the video liked and shared, this thing would grow massive. So even if, a quarter of the people that are listening decide to do that, that would be awesome. And right now I got Wisconsin Fan 100 saying, there isn't a UW fan channel. That's what I'm talking about. There's some fan bases out there that are not being represented on YouTube, on a sports channel. And before me, I'm pretty sure West Virginia was one of them. I mean, there's a few out there that I know of, but they're struggling right now. I don't know if they're taking it as serious as they need to, or listening to advice, or what, because whenever you start these channels, you have to listen to your subscribers. You have to listen to people that's watching to get better. You can't be like, nah, I know what I'm doing. Screw you, don't care. It's not how it works. You have to listen to advice and take the advice and make the right decisions. That's how you grow. Honestly, didn't know that there was a channel for Marquette fans. That's actually pretty cool. I might have to try to look that up. See how that's going. But I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all my subscribers. We have grown way faster than I ever could have realized or expected. And the subscribers that I've gotten are very active and into this channel. So, I think I have one of the best subscriber bases there is. And one of the things whenever you start a YouTube channel is reaching out. It's called networking. So I've called into Uncle Lou. I've called into Pigskin Pete. I've called into, whoever. If it's a call-in show, I've done it. And comments and say, hey, check out my channel. You don't want to oversaturate and spam other channels. No. Just every once in a while, just casually mention, hey, I got one too. And that helped me as well. I've grabbed, people from... Excuse me, I told you the burps were coming. People from that were subscribers of other channels have subscribed to my channel because they saw me active on the other channel. So you got to be very active in the YouTube community to make this work. So that's one of the things. So whenever a notification pops up, you watch one of my videos, two things I'm asking. Very simple. Hit the like button and hit the share button. We do that, it's going to take off. It will take off, I promise. Not saying we're not doing good now. Way better than I ever could have imagined. Way better. But I think there's still more untapped potential left out there. So that's what I'm really focusing on right now is trying to find that untapped potential and tapping into it, and really figuring out what works and what doesn't work. And I ask advice from the bigger channels because they've been through this. Uncle Lou, he's been doing this for 8 years. 8 years. Pigskin Pete, he's been doing it for 4 years. So, you know, these bigger channels that have been doing it a while, they got some time on me. And, you know, they figured out what works and what doesn't work. And I can't be a know-it-all over here just acting like, you know, I'm not taking anybody's advice. I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. That's not how it works. That's not how life works either. So if you're a young person and say like a parent or you know, a person who's much older than you says, hey, you know, just some life advice, listen to it. I promise they're trying to help you. They're not just trying to preach to you and tell you what you shouldn't do and, you know, this is bad and stay away from that. No, they're really trying to help you have a good life. They don't want you to end up making the same mistakes and having the same consequences. So there you go. Wisconsin fan says, I'm going to have to randomly leave at some point because I have to go on a Zoom for a meeting. That's fine. No problem. You're a good subscriber. You're a good supporter. I appreciate you being active. You're one of my very active ones. The crazy thing is, I don't have just like 2 or 3 super active subscribers. I have like, I would say at least 20, maybe more. So I'm super blessed about that. So basically, the message of this show was, whenever you see my videos pop up, I'm asking you just to hit that like button and share it in one spot. Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Share it one time, and that's it. That's all it takes, and this thing will take off. It will. It already has. It already has. But I think it could. I think we're on the edge of something that could just, you know, explode at any time. Just, you know, take off. We're rolling good. We're doing very well. Exceeded any expectation I ever had. But I think we're on that cusp to where all we got to do is light the fuse and we're off like a rocket ship. That's what I think. So I'm going to get off here and get my kids from school. I hope y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all later. I'm definitely doing a live show at 8:30, so don't forget about that. Don't forget. I think we're voting on Conference USA, the logos. Hold on, we have Conference USA, MAC, Mountain West. Not the Sun Belt. What was the other one? Dadgummit, I can't remember the other one right now. That's going to bug me. We had the Sun Belt. Okay, that's what it was. The Sun Belt, the Mountain West, MAC, and Conference USA. That was going to bug me. True Seminole says, Wake Forest out. VWN. I think you meant WV, but I got you. Yeah, Wake Forest is... I think the only reason the ACC has Wake Forest in is because of their academics. I hate to say it, but every conference has that one school where athletics, whatever, but they need them for athletics. For the ACC, you have Vanderbilt. For the SEC, you have Vanderbilt. For the ACC, you have Wake Forest. For the Pac-12, you have Stanford. I would say for the Big 12, maybe Baylor or TCU. I'd have to think about the Big 12. And then for the Big 10, schools like Northwestern, Purdue, y'all get the point. Y'all have those schools in there that help the conference meet academic expectations. Anyways, I'm going to get off here. I appreciate you guys. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, guys. I do videos every day. I mean, every day. Long-time subscribers already know that. You know, sometimes I do get burnt out a little bit, but I like it so much that it's not, even on the days that I'm burnt out, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Especially when college football rolls around. Man, when college football rolls around, I am like, God, I am into it. March Madness is a big deal. We had a great live show for the bracket reveal. At one point, we had like 272 people watching. I don't know if y'all are familiar with live shows, but that's massive. And then after it was actually posted to YouTube, 3,500 views. I've never had a live show that hit 3,500 views. So that was amazing. True Seminole just subscribed. I appreciate that, man. I hope you enjoy the channel. I know you're going to enjoy the other subscribers because they're super active and very engaging. So what we're doing right now, I don't know if you're aware of this since you just subscribed. So what we're doing right now is I'm going to create a bracket of all 130 logos of FBS, kind of March Madness style. So I'm going to do brackets, and I will make videos, and I will pump them out everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, wherever. And I'm going to have them vote on there. But what we're doing now on the live shows, you can't have brackets without seedings, right? So on the live shows, I'm having my subscribers vote on those seedings. That way, whenever I make the brackets, the seedings are already done. I don't have to figure that out. Y'all are voting on that. So that will be figured out. I'll have the seedings. I'll lay out the brackets. And we'll figure out, based on votes, who everybody thinks has the best logo in the nation. I mean, that's crazy. But I love it. So the way you do it is, I'll have the live show, and we're going conference by conference. We've already done all Power 5s, so if you missed the Power 5s, sorry about that. But it is what it is, Yesterday we did the Sun Belt, I believe. Yeah, yesterday we did the Sun Belt. Today we're going to be doing Conference USA. It's going to be at 8:30. So basically the way to vote is type in, I'll go from 1 and go all the way down to the bottom. So we'll vote on first place, second place, and on and on. So all you do is type in the name of the school that you think has the best logo for whatever spot we're on. That counts as a vote. Now the other way to vote is called the Trump card, and that's a super chat. What you do is you hit the super chat, and at any time you can place a team anywhere, and it is locked and it will not be voted on. And I've had several people do that, and that makes it very, very interesting. We've had some good shows because of that. We've had fan bases that liked, of course they liked their own logo, so they super chatted them in the first place. And then we've had the other side of the coin where they hated, their rival's logo so much. Even if it was a good logo, they super chatted them in the last place. I think the best case in point on that was C-Dog, one of my Georgia Tech subscribers for the SEC. He super chatted Georgia in the last place. I think Georgia has a good logo, but according to the rules, since he super chatted Georgia in the last place, that's where they were. So my brackets are going to be very, very interesting. Based on the seedings that my subscribers voted on. So yeah, it's going to be fun and exciting, and I can't wait to see who everybody votes as the best logo in the nation. And that won't be just for my subscribers on the live show. That's going to be for everybody. I'll make regular videos and pump them out everywhere. So we'll see how it turns out. The way I think is, an idea pops in my head, I do it. The other day I was watching March Madness. I was like, hey, you know what would be cool? Somebody did brackets on logos. I was like, I'm doing that. So that's how my brain rolls. I've done, now this is the first brackets I'm doing, but I've done ugliest uniforms in each conference. I've done weirdest stadiums in each conference. Anything that pops in my head, I'm going to do it. Which, by the way, I need to finish both of those. I did the Power 5 weirdest stadiums, so I need to finish the Group of 5 weirdest stadiums. And ugliest uniforms. I've done everybody except for the Pac-12 in the Power 5 and not the Group 5. So I need to finish those. I know. I get started on something and my thoughts, I'm scatterbrained, I admit it. So my thoughts get me going in a different direction, and I lose sight of what I was doing. So I need to finish weirdest looking stadiums and ugliest uniforms. So I think what I'm going to do, now that I'm thinking about it, this week, the Pac-12 ugliest uniforms. As far as the Power 5 conferences, I would say that conference definitely has the weirdest looking uniforms. So, that's going to be an interesting video. Yeah, C-Dog, he is cool, but he definitely does not like Georgia. That is for sure. And yeah, Wisconsin fan. Pitt, Georgia, and Texas were all examples of super chats that were placed in a certain spot, couldn't be voted on. I had a West Virginia fan that super chatted Texas into last place. So they went into last place in the Big 12. I actually didn't agree with that. Whenever I put my video out, I had Texas as the best logo in the Big 12. But West Virginia fans don't like Texas, so that's what happened. And then, of course, the same dude, super chatted West Virginia into first place. So what's going to be interesting about the Big 12 seedings whenever I put that video out is I know everybody's going to think that I seeded them because it's going to have West Virginia first and then Texas last. Of course, a West Virginia fan, that's how they would do it. And then, of course, in the ACC, Pitt got super chatted into last place. So it's definitely going to look suspicious, but, you know, it is what it is. And we'll see how that goes. On a side note, I just found out today that Joey is actually planning on doing a website for the channel. He used to be a tech guy, and he used to do like $5,000, $10,000 websites. And so his contribution is going to be making a professional website for our channel. So, I mean, it's going to take a while, so it's not going to be like tomorrow or anything like that. That's probably going to be a few months from now, but I'm excited about that. That's going to be a nice boost for the channel. And Joey is really into this. He's the guy that I was talking about earlier, where he was super thankful that there's actually a YouTube channel that, you know, a West Virginia fan is doing. Because like I said earlier, there's a lot of fan bases out there that are not being represented on YouTube, and West Virginia was one of them. And then you have some fan bases that have a lot of YouTube channels. Like I already mentioned, Miami, Florida State has a few, Alabama has a crap ton, Georgia has a crap ton, Clemson has a few. You know, there's some fan bases that have a lot of YouTube channels out there, but so I guess that was another side effect that I was hoping for, that fan bases that don't have that see my channel, they're like, well, West Virginia's being represented. I can represent my fan base. Wisconsin's one of those. Wisconsin fan mentioned that earlier. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I got to pick up my kids. But first of all, shout out to True Seminole. He just subscribed. Hopefully he enjoys the channel. I just speak the mind. Try to stay right down the middle. Not pro-SEC or anti-SEC. Whenever something stupid happens to West Virginia, I call them out. Whenever they perform poorly, I call them out. It's not just all rainbows and stars and unicorns, you know. The truth is the truth. You can't sugarcoat it. So, appreciate y'all stopping by, and I will see y'all later. Don't forget about the 8:30 live show when we vote on Conference USA logos, and I will see y'all then.